Alright, you guys, so welcome to day number 9. I'm just having my breakfast and quickly rushing over to the office. Now, we did not have a spectacular day with Common Panda, in fact, far from it, but I am hopeful because the heating jacket has actually shown a little bit more promise than yesterday. We now have 3 axes that have gotten us sales. I'm going to show all of this to you in just a bit. Alright, you guys, so I want to talk to you guys about something interesting. So I've been just looking at the visitor recordings. It just seems more and more obvious that people have just started to catch on to my products very quickly, and they've started to realize that I'm testing products. So I do see a lot more of my followers than my actual traffic that I'm sending from Facebook. So this is one of the main reasons why I can never create like view content based lookalike audiences, or even like sometimes even add to cart lookalike audiences don't work for me, because like a lot of my followers add to cart and it just dilutes the pixel data. But if I'm at scale, like if I've got like let's say 500 or 1000 add to carts, then it starts to make sense. Then I can create those lookalike audiences. So I still have to just clear up my thoughts, because I don't know how to particularly deal with this sort of situation, because I've never done this before, right? So I've never done this like 30-day period where I'm actually scaling, but the videos will be released later, but still facing competition from like all the others who already know about my store, because by now like at least 10,000 dropshippers know about my store and they actively follow and visit the Facebook page. So I have to figure out a way. So I've got a few options. The first is of course to create a new Facebook page, right, and run ads from there. But that also is like a temporary solution, because when I show you guys how I do that, and when I release the video where I show you like this is the new page where I'm running ads from, so from that day my results are going to start going down. The other option I have is to actually scale rapidly, take a big risk, and just go with it. So let's see, I'm going to scale, of course, whatever I can in whatever capacity I can, because I'm not like a billionaire that I've got like a lot of money to spend on just waste on ads. So I'm going to be very careful with what to do here, but wish me luck, because I'll be closing down a lot of ad sets today. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll see you in the office. It's real, you guys. So check this out. So I'm inside the heating jacket campaign right now, and as you can see right here, like let me scroll down slightly here. So just check out the unique outbound clicks, right? So we have 51 unique outbound clicks, right, on the entire campaign so far, and I'm running like lifetime stats for this, even though it's been like 2 days. So 51 unique clicks, and check out the number of people who have visited like the USB heating jacket. So I've actually put up a filter at the top here, which is like, let me show you guys here. It's basically heated, right? So USB heated jacket. So these are all like USB heated jacket. So we have gotten a total of 130 people visiting the store. So it's like almost 60 to 70% people visiting the page are actually not like driven by my traffic, but they're actually other dropshippers who are basically trying to copy the product now. The scarf that I was so hopeful about, well, this is now a big loser. So what I'm going to do is close off all the ad sets for the scarf. Rest in peace. Alright, you guys, so it's time to refresh the Facebook ad account. It's that time of the day. Now, as you see here, the nail gel thing got us a sale. So let's go inside this one first. So it spent like $10 so far. It got a website purchase conversion of like $50.92, which is pretty awesome. So this one is pretty awesome. So like this is what I've noticed with the nail gel. Like even though the product is like $10 listed on the store, like people end up buying like multiple items just for this. So I'm going to let this entire campaign run for another day or so. If I start to see some more traction, because the cost per clicks are pretty low here, so I might actually start scaling this up. But for now, I'm just going to let it be, because the ROAS is not that strong overall. So let's move on to universe now. The universe in a necklace is something that has gotten us one ad set with 3.52, but all the others are basic duds. Now anything that has gotten no add to cart is going to be closed down right now. So this one is going to close down. So by the way, guys, some of you might have probably noticed like there's website purchase but no add to cart, right? So this has started happening after we implemented the dynamic checkout inside the dropship theme. So some people directly go to the product page, click click on the PayPal or Apple Pay or Google Pay button and then complete checkout. So they don't really add the product to cart. So that's why it does not register as add to cart, but it registers directly as a purchase when that happens. So for this, this has gotten us a purchase. One more day, I'm going to give this one. This has gotten an add to cart, so I'm going to give this one more day. Going to close all the other ones. Anyways, the cost per clicks are super high on these, but no add to cart and $5. You're going bye, done and dusted. So this has spent $10 and only gotten us one sale. ROAS is pretty low, 1.26. So I don't think this deserves to be in our portfolio. So I'm going to close this one down. In fact, I'm going to be pretty aggressive right now because I'm going to scale anything that has shown real promise and not just pseudo promise. So even though this might turn out to be a small winner for us, it definitely is not a blockbuster winner because the ROAS isn't that strong. The product is low price, plus like cost per purchase on average like $10, and the product is including shipping like 12.90. So yeah, so I'm going to close this one down also. So I'm going to just leave these two open, $10 per day budget total. So this happens. Now I already closed down the scarf. So let's move on to dual ionic. I'll come to the heating jacket toward the end. So right now we have the dual ionic opened up. So these are the dual ionic ad sets, and let's just go through each of these. Now we have the retargeting one is still, it's dropping, but it's fine. So what I want to actually do is, even though I've selected the rate range for this month, what I want to do is just check out what's actually working for this entire thing. So cost per purchase 19.41, two website add to carts after spending like $20 on a $30 product. So yeah, you're going away. Bye-bye. So anything that has not gotten us any like add to cart, so this one has gotten us an add to cart, but everything else just basically goes away. So I'm going to close this. Alright, I'm going to close all of these up. So I'm going to leave only the ones that have gotten us at least an add to cart, these $5 ad sets. So again, this just brings me to the point. Some of these strategies might actually not work for a lot of you guys. So I'm being pretty aggressive with the scaling right now on the actual winners, and just being, because like dual ionic, even though it was a pretty promising product in the beginning, just seems like a lot of people have gotten on board and they've figured out like I'm selling this product. So I'm going to be closing down most of the ad sets on this, just letting a few run so that I can focus most of my budget on the heating jacket. So I'll come to the heating jacket in just a bit. So right now we're left with only ad sets that have gotten us purchases. So now you see here the dual ionic US4. So all of these are like 4, and one is the manual one. So this has gotten us sales of like 14.34, 7.41 to 10.06 cost per purchase. So this is still fine. Like the ones like you see here, we've closed this one down even though this got us a purchase. All the other ones have a super high cost per purchase. This one was decent, but again 2.61 going down. So no point really. So then yeah. Why did I close this one down? Oh yeah, I remember. Because, so the reason I closed dual ionic 4 down is because it has spent, even though it spent like $30, what was happening, like it got the first couple of sales in the first 1 or 2 days of running the campaign. But you see in the last like 4 days, it's not gotten a single sale, even though it spent like $15. So, so what I like to do is just go back 3 days and just have a look. So the ROAS, generally this is what you want. So today is like 6th, 7th, 8th, today is 9th, right? So I'll look at 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So this is what I would, the period I'll look at. So you see here, these are the ones that have basically just gotten us a sale or so. So these are the ones I'm going to keep on right now. I might close this one down tomorrow if this does not get us a sale. So I'm going to be pretty aggressive with closing down ads that are not performing. All right, so moving on, let's go on to the heating jacket one. This is what you guys want to see anyways. So the heating jacket, the interesting part is like the manual ones, the $53 and $47 ones, got us a purchase, and it was like a pretty good ROAS. So I'm seeing like $5 budgets are working very well on my like account right now. The $10 and $20 budgets are not really performing well. So this one, even though this has spent like almost $18, it's not gotten us a single sale. So this one goes out of the bucket. So I'm going to just close this down. I'm going to close this down, right? Anything that has gotten us sales is going to, or at least add to cart, is going to stay after like $10 or so. This spent like $9, no add to cart. Even this one, the heating jacket US3 has spent almost $10 and no add to cart. So I'm going to close this one down also. Again, this is all about being pretty aggressive so that I don't overspend my budget, but at least I'm giving chance to the ones that are performing. So let's have a look here. So this one has spent almost $10, gotten us 2 add to cart, so it's pretty decent. So I'm going to leave this one on right now. So we have a total of 5 ad sets running right now for heating jacket. Now how do we scale from here? So US2, as you know, has shown the most amount of promise so far. So even the manual bids for this is working. So I'm going to try out a lot of like manual ad sets for this today, all at $5. So I'm going to duplicate all of these, duplicate each of these like 5 times, right? Original campaign. I'm going to give just random like close what do you call it, the manual bids here. So what I'm going to do is keep it $5. Let's start it off at 9:12 a.m. right? So it is 9th of November. All right, so United States 2365, all is fine. Outdoor recreation winter is the one that's performing. Facebook ad feeds, Instagram feeds, that's all fine. So now what we're going to do is click on view and edit and go from here. Now let's give this all a name. So 53 and 47 are all done. So let's just go $1 up and down. So let's publish each of these and let's see what happens with these. Now, I want to create a few $10 ad sets also just to see if we see some promise with this here. So what has worked for us is outdoor recreation and winter, right? So I believe we don't have any ad set for outdoor recreation. So this is again something that I want to try, just try out just the plain outdoor recreation interest. So I'm going to duplicate this one, original campaign, going to call this 4. All right, so heating US 4. Let's give this a budget of $5, so that's fine. Started on November 9th, 12 a.m., right? And then everything else remains the same. We just remove outdoor recreation from here. So if 84 million people, wow, let's do outdoor recreation plus engaged shoppers. All right. So now we're left with 45 million people, right? That's fine. So this is something, if this works for us, then we can actually start scaling pretty rapidly on this because this is like a huge audience to target. So let's just publish heating jacket US 4. And from here, we are going to move on to the larger ad sets also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, I'm going to duplicate heating jacket US 2. I'm going to duplicate heating jacket US 4. So both of these get duplicated. Let's create 3 ad sets for each of these. Original campaign is fine. Giving all of these a budget of like $5. So that's fine. $5 is fine. Let it all start at 9:12 a.m., right? So let's continue. Outdoor recreation, everything else is fine. So the budget is $5, I hope. Yeah, the budget is $5 for these. Everything else remains the same. Let's just publish this. So we're going to create 6 ad sets. So let me just have a quick look at how much we are spending right now. I want to actually spend about $200 on this campaign, the heating jacket one, today, just to see if we can like hold solid and find out a few good ad sets, right? So what I'm noticing is like we have created something with outdoor recreation, but there's also something with engaged shoppers, right? With winter. So let me just close all of these down. So we are now spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22, we are spending around $100 on this, $110 or so. So let's move on to the winter one, which is I think heating jacket US 1, is it? Which one is it? Let's click on edit. Let me see what this is about. I want to try something with like skiing and sports and all of these interests also. So we are doing outdoor enthusiasts, right? So what I'm going to do is just duplicate this one, original campaign. I'm going to show you guys like how I'm going to find a lot of different interests for this. I'm going to call this US 5 and this is outdoor enthusiast. Let's give this a start time of November 9th, 12 a.m. right? and I'm going to give this narrow audience by engaged shoppers also. So this is outdoor enthusiasts plus engaged shoppers. So this brings our audience to 7.3 million people. All right, awesome. So let's just click on publish here. So now I'm going to go open up like at least 5 or 6 more interests. I'm going to show you like, so this is basically going to be worn by those people who are like outdoorsy, who like to go outdoors. The video also mentions like fishing outdoors and skiing and everything else. So I'm going to go with those interests, which are like fishing and skiing and all of those. So let's get cracking on this. So I'm going to duplicate the heating jacket US 5. I hope nothing else is selected. Yeah, so let's duplicate this original campaign. All right, so I'm going to call this 6 and 5 November 9th. Let's go with skiing, let's say. All right, let's go with skiing. Skiing and engaged shoppers is 15 million, so that's pretty good. Everything else remains the same. Publish. So a lot of people are like worldwide, and even like Ari did a lot of things on worldwide a few weeks ago. So I'm going to be targeting worldwide also, just to see whether it works or not, even though in my earlier test it did not work. But now that Q4 is like really in, I'm hearing more and more like worldwide is something you should go for. So I'm going to try worldwide later, like tomorrow, and show you guys how that is done. So yeah, so definitely tune in tomorrow. So now that we have done skiing, let's do like snowboarding. Awesome. So let's do snowboarding. All right, 7.1 million. Publish. We're just going to go with all like sports and everything else that people are into, like that are like winter sports, right? So even people who like fishing outdoors, right? So we're even going to target that. So let's see what happens there. We even might do something like fishing and winter or something like that, right? So this is done. So let's duplicate this again. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to shut up and I'm going to fast forward this so that you guys see the interests that I go for. And yeah, so enjoy. Boom, you guys. So I've published now so many ad sets. It's going to be awesome. So we have a total of like 40 ad sets right now inside this campaign, and out of these 47 ad sets now in this campaign, out of which we have only closed 3. So we are actually in 44 ad sets, and all of them are spending like $5 a day. So this is going to be very exciting to see how this campaign does. I'm super pumped to see what happens in the next 24 hours. I hope you are too.